Ladies and gentlemen, the Double RT Boxing Show with Mr. A. Breakdown and Predictions, Volume 105, shall begin shortly. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Another lovely day right here in Anaheim, California, where the show is filmed, and we're bringing to you another Breakdown and Predictions, Volume 105, a stay busy fight for the WBC number 4, Quatrillo Abdu, hard ass name, Abdu Kakarov. If you've been following the show within the year I made it, I like this guy a lot. Yeah, he's my dark horse in the welterweight, so I follow him. When the show started, he was about, I think, number 11. So he's moved up to 4. At one point, he was even the WBC silver champion by defeating Charles Matanucci. But I guess like he's only 14-0 with 9 KOs, and being the silver welterweight champion at 11-0. I guess the team was like, it's a little too young for you to even fight Thurman and all them, so they just kind of gave that belt up, not even trying to get in line for that show. But he ends up working himself up anyway. So he's going against Tawaha Kiduki. I believe this is a 8-rounder, so it's definitely a stay busy fight for him. And if you also been watching the show, you know how Mr. A feels about stay busy fights, the in between title belts. I feel it's good for a fighter. It keeps them. It builds their brand. It keeps them busy. I feel like that's the one thing with Triple G. Triple G was being a monster when he was staying busy, fighting like every 3 months. Yeah, whether they're dominant weight mandatories or whoever he was fighting. But once he started, messing with Canelo and Danny Jacobs, those long, drawn-out things, he wasn't looking as sharp because he wasn't as busy. So Quatrillo, I'm glad he's taking this little 8-rounder. It's on the undercard of Dmitry Krodov versus I forgot the guy's name. It's a tough name, like Azazaro. But it's on the undercard of the silver super middleweight bout. So hopefully, if I cover that one, if not, I'm at least hopefully it's on YouTube. I do a post-fight recap on that one. That should be a good fight. Those guys gonna throw some fists at each other. But let's go back to this one. Quadrillo, 14-0. The Punisher, the silent assassin. He started off as a silent assassin. Now he's the Punisher. He has 86 rounds of experience against the 78 of Tawaha, who's 12-2-1, 7 KOs. So you got a 69% knockout ratio against a 47. They're 24 years old. The younger at 21 being Tawaha. 5'9.5" against 5'8.5", with Tawaha has a 71-inch reach. So the thing is, Tawaha's been going up and down in weight. He went high as he was 140. He was in the 147s of welterweights. Then he went up to the middleweights. Then he came down to 3 fights ago he was a middleweight. Then he came down to a super welterweight. Now he's back down at a welterweight. So we're going to see if was that just a bad conditioning, bad lifestyle living, or is he is he a natural middleweight who's sucking down to be this way? We're gonna find out. Maybe that power could trouble Quatrillo, because as much as I like his style and his movement, his variety of punches, my one flaw on him is he's a skinny framed guy. That's the only thing, I think maybe some body shots and someone who has some, strength behind those blows could maybe wear him down. Now, going into the fight, like I said, right here on the Double RT Boxing, if you're a new viewer, we go through 3 categories, legs, defensive, offensively. So we're going to see on the leg department, Quatrillo is quicker on his feet. Tawaha he follows you around the ring. He follows you around the ring, loading up for one punch. While the Punisher, Quatrillo Abdul Kakarov. Abdul Kakarov. Trying to get that nigga. I like this guy. I want to be able to spit it out. Abdul Kakarov. He's quick on his feet, whether he wants to trace the ropes or whether he wants to go in and out with some combinations, and I believe punch and power driven from the leverage in their legs. He has good. I'm going to go with overall. I'm going with Abdul Kakarov. I'm going with him on overall legs. I think he's quick on his feet, and he does get leverage on his punches. His inside game is pretty good. He has a nice body shots. He mixes it up, so it all comes from the leverage in his legs. Defensively, Tawaha, like I say, he follows you around. He's waiting to unload this right hand. So his hand is kind of low, and he does some nice movement. The dude can move at the waist. He's not a still target. He goes up and down. He's gonna be tough to hit. So he's gonna make Abdul Kakarov really probably drop his output. Really have to think about what he's hitting. I'm thinking here. Quatrillo can move around the ring with his legs for defense. Pretty good with the waist. But in front of you, I like when he's on it, Tawaha. I like he goes up and down, changes different levels. His head is not there. He goes from a side shoulder to up and down. I like his defensive. Basically, he's not a stationary target, even though he locks and loads himself in punching position. But he moves at the waist, but he leaves gaps in his defense to offensive change. When he throws punches, they're loopish, and there's a lot of opening. So defensively, I'm going to go with Quatrillo Abdul Kakarov again. Now, offensively, we're going with Quatrillo on this one. If you haven't seen this guy fight, you should check him out. I'm not just picking him because I like him. The dude mixes his arsenal pretty well. He goes up and down to the body with the jabs, with the hooks, doubles up on the hooks. He has an inside uppercut. He could dart in and out, not exactly like Manny Pacquiao, but kind of like in and out. You know what I mean? He's a little quick on, like I said, he's able to do that because the dude's a little skinny guy. He's not the girthiest in frame. That's why I fear if he ever was to fight like Errol Spence or somebody. I think he has the weaponry, the arsenal to fight Errol Spence, but he's just skinny. He's skinny, so eventually I think Errol Spence might break him down. But where Tawaha, all that movement and all that is really good for defensively, but he loops his punches, and he doesn't throw enough jabs to me. And that right hand is very, very loopish, and there's a lot of gaps. So I'm gonna pick Quatrillo to win this fight by a decision, 8 rounds on points. And I think he's just in there to stay busy, stay sharp, not to take no chances. Like I said, he is ranked number 4 by the WBC. And with Sean Porter and Danny Garcia in the works, hopefully, then you got, I think, Jesse Vargas number 3. So he's knocking on the door. So don't be surprised if you hear this crazy ass Quatrillo Abdul Kakarov name thrown in the mix by the end of the year in the WBC. Don't be surprised if he might be a mandatory for the winner of Sean Porter and Danny Garcia if Thurman ain't back. Don't be surprised. And if Tawaha was to win this fight, he's gonna have to double up the jab to stop Quatrillo's movement and work the body. Because I said that's how you get tired. Because he moves a lot, he needs his second breaks. He needs his second wins once in a while. So if you could work his body and make Quatrillo fight when he wants to take those breaks, you have a chance of making him throw a mistake and leaving himself open. And Tuaha has a pretty good right hand. It's just loopish as hell. It's like way over here, off screen, and here it comes. But again, I'm picking a Quadrillo Abdulkakarov by decision in this 8-round stay busy, stay sharp fight. The double RTBE boxing. Ready, talk that boxing. I'm your host, Mr. A. Thank you for your time and support. Stay tuned in.